I'm not crazy. I know that's the sort of thing someone says right before revealing something insane, but I need you to believe me, or at least, I need someone to hear this. Maybe if I say it out loud, it'll make more sense. Maybe I'll find the missing pieces tucked between the words. My name is Thomas Gray. I'm 34. I moved into this house 3 years ago after a burnout spiral ended my job in the city. I thought solitude would be good for me, peaceful, rebuilding. I didn't know then what silence could really sound like. The house is old, 1940s, maybe older. A low-roofed cottage, paint peeling around the edges like dead skin. But it had a certain charm. More importantly, it was cheap. 3 bedrooms, 1 bath, cracked stone path leading to the door. A fireplace that doesn't draw well but smells like memories. 3 bedrooms, I was sure of it. I kept the master for myself. 1 I turned into a small office. The 3rd was mostly storage. Old boxes I hadn't unpacked. Books, things from my parents I hadn't dealt with since they died. Except now, that room is gone. I noticed it last Thursday. Strange how you can live in a place for years and take its shape for granted. I was walking down the hall, heading to my office, when I passed the linen closet and realized the door that should have been across from it wasn't there. Just smooth wall, beige paint, same as the rest. I stopped, blamed it on being tired. I even laughed. Thought maybe I'd hung a poster and forgotten, or maybe the door was stuck. I tapped the wall, solid. I walked the length of the hallway 3 times, then 5, then 10. 2 doors, 1 for my bedroom, 1 for the office, no storage room, no 3rd bedroom. I stood there for nearly an hour, just staring at that stretch of wall. The hallway didn't look shorter. Nothing else felt off, but I knew something was missing. I slept poorly that night. I kept dreaming of boxes stacked to the ceiling, all labeled with names I didn't recognize. Names that felt wrong, like I'd seen them scratched into old wood or carved into trees. When I woke, my heart was racing. I went to the hallway, still 2 doors, still no 3rd room. I started going through old photos, anything I could find from when I moved in. Most were on my phone. I had one I remembered taking the day I arrived to send to my sister. It showed the hallway, all 3 doors clearly visible. Except now, it only showed 2. I stared at that photo for hours, zooming in, changing the brightness, even emailing it to myself to check on a different screen. Just 2 doors, no gap where the 3rd had been, no strange seams in the wall. It looked normal, and yet wrong. I called my sister, asked if she remembered me telling her about the house, about the layout. She hesitated, said she thought I'd told her it had a spare room or something, but she couldn't be sure. When I pushed, she got quiet, said she had to go. She's been distant since. The next few days blurred. I barely left the house. I measured every wall. I even climbed into the crawl space to see if there was some hidden cavity. Nothing. The house was exactly the shape it was supposed to be, but I could feel the missing space, like a phantom limb. Then on Sunday, I found the door again. It was just there, across from the linen closet, like it had never been gone. I nearly cried. I stood in front of it, hand on the doorknob, afraid to turn it. What if it wasn't what I remembered? What if something was waiting behind it? Eventually, I opened it. Inside was the same room. Dusty boxes, a broken lamp, a poster I'd never hung up, but it felt different, smaller, dimmer, like the air didn't circulate properly, and the smell, faintly metallic like rust and old coins. I didn't go in. I shut the door, marked it with a piece of tape. When I checked the next morning, the tape was gone. So was the door. I stopped sleeping. I started hearing things, breathing just behind my ear. Whispers under the floorboards, always too quiet to make out, but always saying my name. I began recording myself, leaving my phone in the hallway overnight. Most mornings, the recording was blank. Once, I heard what sounded like the door creaking open, then a dragging noise, then breathing, then silence. That's when I noticed the boxes. They were back, not in the missing room but in my office, stacked in the corner, unlabeled. I didn't put them there. The first one I opened was full of photos, none of which I remembered taking, but they were all of me, sleeping, eating, sitting in the hall, staring at the wall where the door used to be. In one, I was crying. In another, I was standing in the storage room, the one that wasn't there anymore. I still haven't found my camera. Every night the door comes back, just for a moment, just long enough to remind me that it's still part of this place, that I am too. And now, I'm forgetting things. Not just about the room, about everything.